we'll do whatever feels comfortable, right? And then they're like, okay, so we're about to finish up Adachi, and right after that, we're going to go ahead and go on to the protagonist. And I was like, oh, I'm doing the protagonist as well? And they're like, yeah. And it's like, well, what's his, and I started to panic because I'm like, oh, what's his tone? I wasn't even thinking about, you know. They're like, well, it's kind of the same tone as Adachi. And I was like, how does that work? And they're like, oh, it's just call-outs. It's just like, you know, you're shouting Izanagi or whatever, you know, and it's the playable character. And I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter as much, you know, and so I kind of graveled them up a little bit. So it wasn't a big deal the first time. Next time, he starts talking, it's kind of like, ooh, this is weird. And then eventually, once the anime comes out, I'm like, I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm like, how am I going to do this? They're both talking, and so it was a little weird. It was kind of hard to like figure out what to do. And in fact, I was like, can you hire somebody else to play Narukami so I could just be Adachi? And they were like, no. I was like, really? You can't? Maybe Todd Habercorn or something? And then they were no. And so I was like, all right. So then I decided to take Narukami a little lower and even him out, kind of like the Japanese did, really. And then Adachi, I had to pitch him up a little, you know. And you could really hear the separation, though, in the very end, you know, at that point when he's going really crazy. But yeah, it was kind of scary. But it was fun, though. It was a nice challenge. Yes? Yeah.
During your playing as Halloween show, were you inspired to do psychotic live from the Japanese stuff?
Was I inspired by the Japanese?
Yeah.
Not, you know what, I didn't. You know what I thought of? I did, for Halloween specifically, I did a show called Higaijay. And I played Claire Leonelli. And he had this weird laugh that was kind of, it reminded me of the Joker a little bit, you know? And so I wanted to do something sort of like that. But I guess I take that back. I was inspired by, like, there's a certain thing that, like, Yakuza, and if you watch any kind of Japanese or anything, there's like a certain, where they roll their R's, you know, if they get upset, they're like, you know, like the Yakuza guys, they talk like that. And so I wanted to add that in there as well, you know, and so, like Ichigo, his fight stuff is pretty straightforward. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know, that sort of, just kind of like rough, kind of regular Ichigo. Hollow Ichigo is more, who am I? Like that, so I gotta add that little, you know, that weird texture. It's kind of a blend of a few things that I like, you know. I like that, I don't know why they do it, like what is you speak a little Japanese, right? Don't you? I mean, you guys hear that when the Yakuza guys talk, right?
Yes.
They mean business if they start rolling their R's. It'd be so weird to hear somebody in English, like, rolling their R's. It'd be not very threatening. It'd be the opposite. I'm gonna get you. I don't know. It's like, are you? Yes.
Craziest place you have to perform?
Craziest place we've performed?
Yeah. At party.
Oh,
Like party-wise, or you mean like just kind of just crazy?
we played at this place called The Smell in Los Angeles, and it's in this little alleyway. And like, I think they have like a bum. I think he's in jail now, actually, for stabbing
He is.
someone.
He stabbed someone.
Yeah, and he was like the.
He was like the doorman.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a cool venue, but it did smell. Yeah.
It did smell, and it had roaches like all over the place. You know. I guess that's crazy. Yes.
Sorry. How was it to work with the Blue Exorcist?
What was it like working on Blue Exorcist?
Yeah.
It's cool. It's fun. I want to do more.
What do you think if you ever could do a second series of Blue Exorcist, if they continue?
Would I ever what now? Would I accept more?
Yeah.
To do? Yeah, of course. Yeah, Yukio is an awesome character to play. Definitely. There are certain ones that I would love to continue on. Like I think that one's a good one to continue. I think Trigun needs to continue. or they need to revamp it and reanimate it, you know. There's certain ones that, you know, even Code Geass I wouldn't mind seeing. See, because in the Japanese version, there's like a little extra bit when he's on the beach, or he's still all right. But they didn't have that in our version, did they? Yeah. See. Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, what about Lelouch's love confession for Suzaku?
Lelouch's love confession. What is wrong with you? Why do you need these love confessions for people? Just, I, Lelouch Vibatania, command you, Suzaku, to love me. And make me a sandwich. Like an actual sandwich. I don't know. Yes. I've never been here to Bakersfield. Have you guys heard of the quarter story?
Oh, yes.
Maybe I should tell you guys the quarter story. Who wants to hear the quarter story? I'm going to tell you because our time is about to run out, and I feel like this is a story that I tell everywhere I go. And I want you guys to think less of me. So that's why I'm going to tell it to you. And then after this, I'll tell it kind of fast, and then if you guys have any questions for us as a band, that'd be kind of cool. All right, so anytime I go to work, from where I live to where I work, it's like 45 minutes away, and I always take the freeway. And you know, coming back home on this freeway, I exit the off-ramp, there's a light there, and I have to make a left to go under the overpass to get home anyways. So anytime I would exit that off-ramp, and at that light on that corner, there's always like some homeless guy standing there with a sign asking for money. And usually in my car, I'd never at this point in my car given somebody money. You know, I just feel weird, like they could jack me or something. I got my seatbelt on, you know, I can't defend myself very well. So I just ignore them, you know, and act like my radio's on, you know, radio's on. And so anyways, just one day, I exit the off-ramp, it's a red light, there's 4 or 5 cars in front of me, so it's like, you know, from me to the wall, you know, it might be a little bit farther. And so it's a red light, and I pull up, and I have a Ziploc bag full of carrots that I had left over from lunch, so I'm eating them, and this monster truck pulls up behind me. And I can't see what inside because it's tinted. I could just feel the vibration. I could see this tires like over my car. It's like, you know, and I could feel the vibration in the ground. And I just feel like as soon as it turns green light, we better start going, or it's monster madness, you know. And he's gonna like run us over. And I just get this weird panic in my head. So I'm like scarfing down these carrots, and I look over expecting to see the homeless guy or whatever, some homeless dude standing on the corner. And I look and I see a homeless woman there. And my heart went out to her. Like I felt bad. I was like, man, I could be my mom or something. You know, I haven't seen too many homeless women. And I felt bad. Like I should do something. And so in LA, if you've ever been to LA, you have to pay for parking everywhere. And so my cup holders are full of quarters. And I just finished all these carrots. I had this Ziploc bag. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to scoop up all these quarters. And I put them in the Ziploc bag. And it's like 2 or 3 pounds worth of quarters. And I was like, dude, she's gonna go, she can change your life, this is gonna be awesome. So I roll down the window, I know, I'm like, good job, Johnny. So I take this 2 or 3 pound bag of quarters, and I hold it out the window, because I've never done this before, I don't know how it works. I go like this, right? And she's all the way, you know, like the door over there. I hold it out, and then she sees me, she has her sign, and she puts it down, and goes like this. And I was like, what? Like how, I thought you were gonna come get it. I'm like, I don't know, like this was my face, like I don't know, I can't throw this far. Like I don't know what to do, you know? And as I'm like trying to figure this out, the light turns green and these 4 or 5 cars in front of me, they take off. And so me feeling the pressure of the monster truck behind me, I'm like, I just start going, right? I'm like, okay, and so I start approaching her. I'm like going kind of fast, and I look down, and I'm like, oh, I'm going like 20 miles an hour. And I was like, holy cow, how's this exchange gonna happen? I don't know, like I'm going pretty fast, you know? And I'm thinking, she's not a football player, how do I just get in her gut, you know? And she's gonna be like, got it, you know? And I was like, what if she hangs on to it too long, and I pull her under my car and kill her? Or if I hang on to it too long, she pulls me out and I die? Like I started to freak out. You know, and then I get this moment of clarity, this epiphany. I'm like, Johnny, you're a martial artist. All you have to do is focus. so I really thought that. And so I'm going, you know, 20, 30 miles an hour, 2, 3 pound bag of quarters. I thought all I had to do was go, and I watch it gracefully land into her hand. And so as I'm going, I'm looking down 20 miles an hour, 2-3 pound bag of quarters, and I'm like, and now. And I release. And if you've ever been in an accident, time slows down. And I think God is upstairs. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hits a slow motion button. He's like, Jesus, Moses, grab some nachos, come on. This one's good, we gotta watch it in slow motion. This one's one we're gonna play back when he's dead. This one's a good one. And so there I am, like, now, and I release, and time slows down, and I watch as this 2 or 3 pound bag of quarters flies through the air at 20, 30 miles an hour. 2-3 pound bag quarters. Smacks her in the face. The bag rips open. The quarters fall, glistening in the sunlight. And I pass by her, and the only thing I can say as she's falling down is, no! And I'm going so fast as I turn the corner, it's like screeching. There's nowhere to turn around and go see if she's alive. It's a true story. 100% true story. That actually happened. And the guy in the truck behind me is like, hey, you just get out of the car and you give it, and you don't throw it. So anyways, she went down. And so if there's a lesson to be learned, don't give a homeless person money while driving your car. But this is 100% true. And before that day, there's always been a homeless person there, like always on the corner, a homeless guy standing on the corner. After that day, I'm not even lying. Never again. And I drive by there every single day after work, and there's never a homeless person there, I mean, there's not even a white cross. I used to joke like, no, there's a white cross. There's nothing there, and I think in my mind, I always think this, and I always tell this, that I think like a couple of homeless people are meeting under a bridge somewhere by a barrel fire, like, hey Bob, how's it going? Where's Sally at? You didn't hear? She's dead. Some guy killed her with quarters. Just enough to bury her. Alright, so true story. Really bad, I know. And I should run for office, carry a bag of quarters. I'll clean up the city. That'd be crazy if somebody like me ran for office. Wouldn't that be fun? You think I should do it? And then everywhere I go, I'd be like, I, Lelouch Britannia, command you to vote for me. And if ratings are going really bad for myself, or I'm not doing really good at the debate, I just go, it's Mormon time! Alright, that ain't gonna happen, sorry guys. I know. I'm way too non-political. Yeah, alrighty. Alright, so one last question. Any question that the band can answer? Yes, you're jumping up.
Alright, I know Bakersfield can sometimes be a little disappointing.
It's not. Don't get, I was just messing around. Not. I've been to many other towns that were much more interesting. Less.
Well, anyways, I wanted to know if there were any questions that you were anticipating that you didn't get a chance to answer.
Oh, that is a great question. Is there a question that you guys had in your mind that you're like, man, I wish they would ask this question?
Is there in and out here?
Wait, there is?
By the freeway!
There's 2 actually.
You have 2 in and outs here?
Yeah.
Where do you guys hide them?
By the freeway!
It's not. They're not downtown, huh?
By the
So you can't like walk to it from here. Because that's all we are, is walking. Like we're just walking everywhere.
Would you like some delivered?
Hey, have you guys seen The Fifth Wave? Because we saw it last night.
Here?
Yeah, at the Maya Theater or whatever. Which it's not that bad a theater.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? I don't know if I'll see The Sixth Wave, if that answers your question. Well, if you like Twilight, It's not as bad as Twilight. Let me just say this. Anytime a dude is bathing in a river and a girl walks up like and sees him and it's like, I know it's not a movie for me. That's fun. I just ruined it. I spoiled it. That's like somebody's favorite. That you're gonna go and be like, oh, that would have been the best moment for me. All right, sorry. One question. Let's do it. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so as a band, if none of you could sing, would you guys do instrumental music?
Yes, probably. Yes. We actually have an instrumental album called Stenosis. Yeah, it's online only. It's on iTunes. Yeah. It's just instrumental.
It's wonderful.
There is a couple songs that do kind of have like some vocals in it, but they're more like distant, very reverby. That album was like, it was all like these transitions, like I was writing with the band, like trying to come up with some transitions for in between certain songs so that we can make a set longer. And as we're like coming up with these transitions, they just sounded cool. I was like, well, let's just make these songs. And so we just did like an album. So it's called Stenosis. Sonosis. It's a made up word.
Do you guys out there for someone that does instrumental rock?
Shoegaze? You guys do like shoegaze stuff or what? It's like shoegaze? Is that what you guys do? Like explosions in the sky?
No, I do instrumental rock, so if you guys...
Oh, rock! So it's like heavy?
No, well, yeah, the alternative.
Bring us a CD.
Yeah, bring us a CD. We'd love to hear it. Or if you have something you can send us, we can check it out. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
I know I was just messing with you guys about Bakersfield. It's not as bad as you guys think, really. But
This is our home. We'll defend
no, I mean, it really isn't that bad. But I would have liked to. I think it would have been cooler if I had known that I couldn't walk around downtown. And thanks for letting me know about the shoes. We find anything else mysterious? Is there anything else we should know about downtown? Oildale. Don't go to Oildale. Okay. But like, the theater's okay, right? In Nuestra, like, going up and down Q Street. Is that? Okay.
Well, hopefully you guys will come hang out with us after the concert and tell us where we can and can't go. And we want to take pictures with all you guys after the show as well.
Yeah, tonight please come prepared to take some pictures. And if you didn't get an autograph, we can definitely do that then as well. We'll sign as many things as you have. But thank you guys so much for coming. We'll see you guys later tonight.